All right, in this video, I'm going to go over an example of how to dilate from a center that's not on the coordinate grid using a scale factor, and you'll need a ruler for this. You will also note that I'm on the first page of that homework assignment, the bottom problem. I thought I would pick what might be a harder problem. Remember, for a dilation, you need a center and a scale factor. Since our scale factor is 1/3, I know that I'm going to make a reduction. So as opposed to an enlargement, my new triangle will be smaller. All right, we're going to do the same steps to find each point, and we're going to find A prime, B prime, and C prime separately. We don't really have any other way. So I'm going to take my ruler and align it from A to D, so from the center to point A, and I'm going to draw a line from A to D. When you do an enlargement where the scale factor is greater than 1, we expect it to get bigger and for point A to move away from the center. So when we do that, we need this line to go beyond A. But since A is going to move closer to the center as the shape gets smaller, we don't have to extend our line beyond A. All right, the next thing we want to do is measure the distance from A to D. I recommend using the centimeter side of your ruler. Oops. Sorry, my camera's on a stand and I keep bumping it. From A to D, we want to line it up as precisely as possible. Let's see. All right. And I'm getting between 9.5 and 9.6. I think it's a little closer to 9.6. So I'm going to say that AD is 9.6 centimeters. Okay, so now I know the length of AD when I dilate it and make A prime D, or A prime D prime, I guess, but D doesn't actually move. So when I make my new length, I know it's going to be the length of this original side times that scale factor of 1/3. So I need to multiply 9.6 by 1/3. Well, the easier thing to do here is to divide by 3. I know my calculator is at an angle. 9.6 times 1/3, I'll show you both ways. So you can do it like this if you don't want to stress about the fraction, is 3.2. But remember, that's the same as 9.6 divided by 3, which is also 3.2. So A prime D prime, or A prime D I should say, is going to be 3.2 centimeters. So again, I'm going to take my ruler, and this time I'm going to zero it out at D. So I'm going to put the 0 at D. And I'm going to measure over 3, sorry, I want to be as precise as possible, 3.2. So 3.1.2. That's where A prime will be. All right, we're going to repeat this process with points B and C. All right, so with my ruler, again, I'm going to draw a line from B to the center, which is D. I don't have to go beyond B since it'll be moving closer to D. And then I'm going to measure that. I know my ruler's upside down, but... All right, so from D to B, I'm getting about 5.4. So I'm going to say that BD is 5.4 centimeters. And I'm going to do the same thing to find B prime D as I did A prime D. I'm going to take that measurement and multiply it by the scale factor, and that's the same as dividing by 3 since it's a fraction. So 5.4 divided by 3 is 1.8. So B prime D is equal to 1.8 centimeters. Okay, so I'm going to, again, align my ruler with the D. Be as precise as possible. Oops. So I'm going to move over 1. I could go to 2 and go back 2, or I could go to 1, 1.5, 6, 7, 8. That's where B prime should be. All right, we're going to do that one last time with C. So if I draw my line from point D to point C, oops, I want to be as precise as possible. Oof, that line wasn't very good. Sorry. Okay. Still wasn't very good. Okay, when I align my ruler from D to C, all right, so I'm gonna get 1, 2, 3, I think I'm seeing about 3.7 centimeters. So I'm gonna say, I'm gonna do it over here, I'm running out of room. CD is 3.7 centimeters approximately. Same thing, so I'm gonna do C prime D, and I'm gonna get that from multiplying that measurement with the scale factor. So 3.7 times 1/3, or divided by 3, is gonna be 1.23 repeating. So we'll just have to use our best judgment and round. So I'm gonna round that to about 1.2. I really can't hope to be that precise using a ruler. So we'll say about 1.2 centimeters. All right, we're gonna line that up again. So from 0 at my D over, I know it's tedious, but you want to be really precise lining this up. And we said 1.2, so 1.12 should be right there on that line. That's our C prime. And then the last step, which is the easiest step considering, is we're just going to connect those points to make the triangle. So, oops. So the lengths of our new triangle are 1/3 the lengths of the original. We know they're similar triangles. And in our very last unit this year, or one of our last units I should say, we will learn why the new triangle, its side lengths are 1/3 the original, but it's actually 1/9 the size of the original triangle. All right, I hope this is helpful as you perform the other dilations. Just keep in mind when you do the ones where the scale factor is greater than 1, such as the example right above, remember that you will need to draw your line from the center out through that point. And don't let it trip you up that D is in the middle of the triangle. You're just going to draw a line from D through A, keep going, and measure it.